few months ago, I bought this 1977 Kenworth K100 cab over off Facebook Marketplace. And it is single-handedly the coolest vehicle I own. It also just so happens to be a semi-truck. And when you buy a semi-truck, you get semi-truck problems.
This is insane, please God.
Last time I was working on my truck, I had a little bit of a diesel leak. Well, that leak has now turned into a gusher. So today, we're gonna start by fixing the big rig, and then I'm gonna do the fun stuff. I'm talking upgraded suspension. I'm talking chrome stacks. I'm talking Underglow. And then finally, once we get this truck looking in pristine, tip-top shape, we're gonna take a truck job. I've already signed us up for a truck job. That means we gotta get going. Welcome to Big Time. Okay, so to address our first issue with Bud here, we have a pretty massive diesel leak. So you can see all of this diesel running down these lines. So we have diesel coming into the tank. We have a filter right here. This filters out the major particulates. It then runs up to a pump that's next to the engine here. That runs back down, funny enough, to another filter, which is smaller particulates, and goes through two lines here to a bulkhead fitting that's mounted to the block. From that bulkhead fitting, you have another set of lines that run to your injectors. The problem is that bulkhead, where your two separate lines made up, we're getting a leak there. The lines are also cracked, and so all that fuel is running down these lines, kind of dumping on the ground. So we gotta replace the lines, and then we have to replace the bulkhead if it's in bad shape. Now that sounds very easy, but this is a big rig that is lots of crap in the way. So Chance is going to start kind of piecing some of that apart so we can get to those lines and then pull them out. Chance is up in there. Chance, how many years did you work on diesels?
Yeah, like 10 years.
So Chance works on diesels for 10 years. Then Michael steals them away to build trucks. Now you might be wondering, who is Chance? And you might also be wondering, who the heck is Michael? Well, Michael's a buddy of mine who also owns his very own Kenworth K100 and just so happens to be the person that I was driving out to so my big rig could meet his big rig so they could have a big rig party. And then my fuel line's busted, leaving me stranded. But at least I'm stranded outside of his shop. Okay, so we have gotten to our problem, which is our old, crusty, broken fuel lines. All that diesel has been leaking out of the hose down the side of the truck. So those lines are gonna get replaced. Now, what I was talking about before, this is where these lines attach to. So this is a bulkhead fitting. So the lines that we pulled off go into here, and then those go into the engine. These go to our fuel filters from the fuel tank. So this side is fine. There's no leaks, which is good. Now, this looks like it's a salvageable piece. So I think what we'll probably do is just clean it up, paint it with some alloy armor, and then slam it back in there. And I think what I might do is, because we have to remake these lines, make them a little bit longer and move this bulkhead a little bit away from the mounting point where it's at now. So if we ever need to replace these lines that go towards the filter side, it's a little bit easier to get to. So it's a cool thing. We get to custom make some stuff. That means we get to make it the way we want it. Diesel leak, no more. So while Chance gets to working on the fuel lines, I'm gonna get to the fun stuff, like modifying my broken down truck with some chrome stacks. Okay, well that's what I'm saying. So this will be chrome though?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Will they be, what size is this? This is
8-inch.
So we're gonna go.
They're both gonna be 8-inch.
Okay, 8-inch. So it'll just replace this. What about these things?
You just leave them.
Really?
Yep, you can clean them up.
How do I clean this? Paint. He just painted on the rubber. So we got a chrome elbow from our adapter to a 84-inch, 8-inch chrome stack.
Chino tip.
Chino tip. And then same thing over here, right?
Yep.
Chino tipped as well?
No.
Oh no.
Because you reuse that piece.
Okay. Maybe we can paint that up too.
You know, there's this paint product that would work really good for that.
Oh yeah? What's it called?
The best paint product money can buy.
Yeah. What's it called?
It's called alloy armor.
There we go. With some gumption. So
Yeah.
this guy owns a paint company that we're gonna be using to spruce up our big rig. And the stuff is, he's being very humble, which is just speaks to his personality. Can we spray these And
Big rig guy. Biggie's paint everything.
He painted everything brown.
1608.
All right.
Okay.
All right. In big rig country now.
Yep.
Okay, the fun has ended as soon as it began. Now it's time for some unfun stuff. I need to fix some electrical gremlins on Bud here. We want to be able to tow Job's trailer, so I need lights and I need trailer brakes. We're gonna have to put some underglow on this thing, so I need to track down some lines that have power that I can tap into. It looks like we got a little bit of a mess, and I'll probably have to cut some of these wires and reattach them to this plate if I decide to do that. What I might do is just scrap this whole thing and just wire it fresh from the jump. First I gotta figure out where it's all going. What the was that? He painted the fucking lines. What's going on with this guy? He's a menace. All right, somewhere in this loom now, or at least I know the one. Feels good to get dirty again, you know? I love my BigTime workwear apparel, which you can get maybe one day. Dude, there's a peacock right there. Isn't that crazy? There's a peacock. ADHD, it's real. We gotta go pick up our parts that we paid for, all our chrome stuff, so we're gonna go do that. And then I will get back to figuring out where all these wires are. Shark Chrome Shop, a trucker's paradise. They got every big rig part you can imagine. They got stuff you need, they got stuff you don't need, but think you need. They got all sorts of stuff.
Balls.
Should I get some of these?
Yeah.
Oh, this is what we need. Oh, I should get some of those, huh? Don't I need some of these? Oh, we need lights, remember? Oh, we need some of these. I think I need some of these. Remember?
Uh-huh.
Don't I need some of
You
these?
definitely need those. So the Chino tip is literally comes from out of Chino, California, all the bull haulers that came out of there.
Oh, yeah?
They kind of coined this style and term.
Chino tip.
Yep. And my buddy Lynn Luton may have started the trend.
Who was Lynn Luton? Did he actually start the Chino tip? More trucker lore we'll never know. What I do know is I gotta get back to fixing this big rig because we still got a ton of work ahead of us. $350 clamps. Did you hear me? Clamps. Clamps. $350 clamps.
That means you made it to the big time.
To install our new chrome intake pipe, we need to get this piece of junk out of here. Luckily, it's one band clip. This piece is already broke. That's convenient. And one clamp up there. Okay.
Got it?
I got it.
Show us how strong you are.
This one's heavier than the last. Big muffler. I need all the horsepower, all the torque. So we're gonna get rid of all of this and replace it with this. This has no muffler. This is just a nice 5-inch to 8-inch converter. So we'll have another 8-inch pipe that we run up to the top. We might have to cut this pipe a little bit down here and essentially get this so it's sitting like that. And then we'll just have a straight pass-through chrome pipe, baby. Okay, so one of the things we want to put on our big rig is a set of fancy King shocks. Now, most people don't know this, but King actually did make some big rig shocks at one point. The only problem is there's no like real part numbers that are associated with them. They're apparently, according to Michael, in a big warehouse, but they're scattered all about. We have to go search for them like it's some artifact at a dig site. But one of the things about this Kenworth that's actually really cool is that these things are 2 bolts and then they slide out. What we've done is measured the bolt to bolt distance and then measured the bump stop to the frame distance. So that'll give us a pretty good idea of what to look for when we go King shock searching. Into the belly of the beast. It's insane. How big is this warehouse, do you know?
Maybe 20,000 square feet, this building.
So in a 20,000 square foot building with hundreds of thousands of shocks around here, how are we gonna find 2 shocks with no known part numbers for a 50-year-old semi-truck?
We got to find the pair. What's that one? Set it next to that one. Read those numbers.
306EZE 1119.
There's one here.
306ZE 1119.
Okay,
That's the pair?
that's the pair.
That's how quick it took it. It's 40 million shocks in here. Michael finds it in 1 second. He's like, Rain Man. Hey, who won the World Series in 1945? And how many RBIs are there? The tour continues. Pretty cool forklift. We also got a special tour of the King Shock factory. This is only one of their facilities that does final assembly and ships out shocks across the world. It's pretty sick. I also got to meet the king himself. We're buddies. All right, Michael.
From one failed engineer to another.
From one field engineer to another. Let's go. Okay, so in a warehouse with what probably has 50 million parts, we found our spacers. We got our shocks, we got our spacers. Next time you'll see me, I'll be installing these on the big rig because we're gonna go there right now. But I'm also gonna do a little bit of an outfit change.
Transition, Jeremiah is doing what he does best, his hair and putting on a new wardrobe.
So while Michael starts mocking up the bracketry for our exhaust, I'm gonna start working on our shocks. So I'm gonna get these old ones out, get the new ones in, and then hopefully he'll be finished with that. Oh, me. Golly. I'm gonna step on it, old girl.
Let him know.
Here we go. Broke one loose. That's good. Okay. Ow! There we go.
Since you were gone doing you know what with Andy, we got this little bracket modified and made and screwed on there. So now we can take out this other bracket and then hopefully our pipa slides on there.
The light fading, Michael did a little cutting to make sure our chrome stacks fit, and I finished up installing one of our shocks. There we go. I'll torque it to spec. Okay, so that was the easiest shock installation I've ever done. Now we're gonna wait till tomorrow though to do the other side because it's dark out. We're gonna finish up the exhaust, finish up the intake, start wiring all the underglow, and then get some new tires and some polished wheels on this bad boy. See you tomorrow. When we started BigTime a few months ago, we only had a single sponsor that backed us before we launched the channel, and that was Shopify. We're so blessed to have you guys be such supportive and amazing fans and help support the companies that helped us form BigTime. And when it came to merch, we started with a single shirt. This guy right here. Now, it took a little while for us to get the logo right, but we got there. We put it on a shirt, we then took photos of that shirt, and we put those photos online using Shopify. And then they helped us get those shirts out to our most favorite people in the entire world, you guys. Shopify is a commerce platform that lets you start, grow, and manage a business. Shopify makes it easy with a simple drag and drop editor, easy to use marketing tools, and a back office that oversees all of our operations. So Joby and I can get to making videos and not get to worrying about business stuff. Even though we're entrepreneurs now. Uh-oh.
What?
Entrepreneurs. And if you're starting your own business and you need help, go start your free trial of Shopify at shopify.com/bigtime. That's shopify.com/bigtime, or click the link in the description below. Thank you guys so much for supporting the companies that help support us here at BigTime. We love you. So it is a new day. I have some light, so I'm gonna finish up the suspension on the big rig and then get after all the other agenda items that we must hit so we can get this big rig out. Howdy. Our tire guy's here. Let's go. Hey, I'm Jeremiah.
Casey.
Nice to meet you, Casey. How you doing? Got some low pros, huh? Okay, so I am well aware of my limits of what I can and cannot do, and I have zero interest in taking these tires off and changing them myself. These things like could blow up at any minute and kill me. So what we've decided to do is have a mobile tire shop guy who works on big rigs come out and change these tires. Now these things are pretty freaking old and they are very dry rotted. So the last thing I want to do is be on the side of the road calling someone to change one. So we're just gonna go ahead and change all of the tires, have a professional do it. If it's less than $2,000, I'll be happy.
So it's smooth this way.
Yeah. And then this way.
And like a
rough.
little feather edge. So
Yeah.
that means it's going like this.
Yeah. Oh, it's got a little like wobble to it?
No, it's the alignment, you know. See,
alignment's
you
off.
want it to be straight. They want to be smooth both ways.
Okay.
But once you get that little feather edge going, then you know what's going on.
Okay, so I'm a little out of alignment.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. We got a Schrader valve tool. I get to pull the core out. Just go for it?
Yeah, right there. Let me out right here.
All right.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so I have the suspension installed, ready to rock on the big rig, King shocks. The coolest piece on this truck so far. But today, we have a lot of stuff to get done. We're gonna finish up the exhaust. I'm gonna start fabricating some of the bracketry that runs along our little support strut over here. Gonna finish up all of the diesel lines. We got some new lines made, so gotta reconnect some of those. We got a tire guy. Can't wait to see him change these things. I've never seen big rig tires get swapped over before, so I'm curious to see the difference. We have Joby coming in. He's been sick the last couple days, but he's gonna come here and start working on the Underglow. I'm gonna get him getting glowed up. So a lot of progress is gonna get made. When your truck breaks down, it's always good that it breaks down at your buddy's shop. Thanks, Michael. I'm gonna start by getting on the intake side of things. This is our kind of our mass filter that funnels out any of the large particulates. This is just a big tube, so we're replacing this with a chrome Johnny, but I'm gonna paint this one up. Wow, look at all this. That's just extra airflow. That's just extra airflow. That's just all extra airflow. We need that. So we're gonna get rid of that. Maybe I make some chrome plates right there. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, look who it is. He's back from the dead. How are you feeling?
Medium. On the drive here, I was just like,
Did you take any,
took Mucinex, Max, whatever. King shocks on the big rig? This is an off-road machine?
Oh, the King shocks are!
That's sweet, dude.
That's the best thing on the truck.
All right, so we want to put Underglow on the big rig. So we hit up Type S, because they make some of the best Underglow out there, and we said, hook us up. So they sent us a bunch of stuff. We've got a handful of different kits here that we're gonna try to just mash together on this massive truck. I think we're probably gonna end up needing maybe some extra extenders, because this is a big truck, but one way or another, this thing's gonna look cool.
Okay, so these are our new lines. Look at these bad boys. Heavy duty. So Chance is crawled up underneath this thing. Also, he's sick, so I feel bad, but he's crawled up under there. He's installing these lines. But we got new 3,000 PSI diesel lines. If we leak diesel now, it's Michael's fault.
Everything's my fault.
This is what you call making the sexiest lemonade out of lemons. Your truck springs a diesel leak, you take it to your buddy because he has a K100 and might know stuff, and then all of a sudden you got 5-6 guys helping you build your truck. What a hack.
Okay, progress report. You know, we're making sense of the Underglow. Sticking stuff under the bed right now. I've kind of got a plan for where all the lights are gonna go. We'll see if everything reaches. I'm still not sure, but so far so good. And I think it's gonna look absolutely sick once it's done. It's gonna be a lot of light under this truck. I'm putting a lot of lights on it. And once Jerry gets through polishing all of the aluminum on this thing, it's it's gonna reflect that underglow so well, so it's gonna look sweet. This thing is gonna absolutely glow going down the road.
Casey's letting me take a whack at the Big Zapper 1-inch air impact gun. Never done that before. Yeah, there's your thumb right there. Dude, that's sick.
Yeah. Get one side off and drop it. There you go.
Here we go.
Your inside one's easier. But the inside one, if you're gonna blow, you gotta try that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. Hell yeah, brother. There you go. Casey's like a real man. That's more work than you think it is. That's sick. Love that guy. So our top intake cover is all plastic and beat up. So luckily Michael has this company, it's called Alloy Armor. It's weldable paint. This is not an ad, but Michael's such a good guy. And he's such a good friend that I want him to succeed. So go buy some Alloy Armor. We'll put a link in the description below. Do you know how much new tires are on a big rig?
For this today?
Yeah.
$2,300.
Did he tell you?
You can make 100 regular car tires out of these.
Okay, so Michael Cox is at the Shark Crumb Shop. I really wanted to go, but I couldn't because I had to stay here and help. So he's gonna actually get us a smaller stack. The one we have is too tall on the exhaust side, so he's gonna swap that out. We're gonna get all new lights that we have for this thing, some caps. We're gonna get spikes on our lugs. Heck yeah! Be real trucker stuff. In the meantime, I'm trying to help Joby out. He's doing the underglow, and we want to tap into our junction box over here. That is important for us to have trailer lights when we hook up our 7-pin. So right now we need to see if that's actually functioning, and if it's not, where along the way it's broken. So that's the goal right now, figure out wiring. Luckily, I got the best guy with the best tattoo on his chest to help me out.
Blur out my nipples, please.
Blur out everything but the nips.
Hey, this guy, financial mistake guy.
Okay, so we got an update. The new hydraulic lines we made don't fit. So the new lines are a little bit bulkier in size. So what we're gonna have to do is get creative. They're figuring that out. And by they, I mean Chance. Chance is a veteran diesel mechanic. We did a little test on our cut wires back here, and as it turns out, we got power, we got turn signal, we got brake, we got all the components we need to have lights running to a trailer, and that means that that bulkhead is good for Joby to tap into for our underglow. So that's good, good news. Now we just gotta wire it all up. Okay, so yellow and green are brakes. Brown is whatever that is. So we know red is nothing. We know green and yellow are doing the same thing. We know black and brown are doing the same thing. I know ground is white, and I know power is blue.
For knowing all that, it sure feels like we don't know what is going on.
Listen, this was cut for a reason. All right, well, let's go do something that at least looks cool, like put the stack on top and say we did all the work.
That's the spirit.
Well, Michael did it all.
Oh.
This is how they make salsa.
Ah!
Ooh,
Tax broke?
oh, tax broke.
Tax broke.
Tax broke. I didn't tack those.
I did.
Well, you might as well just leave it at that point. Okay, new day here at the big rig, which, you know, it's seems like this is its permanent location now, but it will not be soon. This is a little preview. We're going spikes. We're getting our lines figured out for the fueling issue that we're having. We're gonna finish up the exhaust stacks, finish up the intake stack. We're gonna get the underglow in, the trailer wiring harness sorted. We're gonna get some power into the cab so we have some cigarette lighters so we can run some auxiliary stuff, you know? Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of electrical day today. I mean, dude, look at this. This is insane. Okay, so we have our fancy dancy wireless backup camera. This thing's actually pretty sick. It's got a little solar panel on the back of it, so we can put it on the tailgate. We can mount it to the top of the truck so we can see when we're backing up. But I still need power for the monitor. So what I'm gonna do is this switch, I don't know what this switch was for. It does nothing, but it does have a power lead right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install a cigarette plug right here so I can plug my monitor into it so I have a backup camera. Also, it'll be nice because I can have a cell phone charger, you know, cable like that in case I need it when I'm on the road. Okay, we gotta go to AutoZone, I think.
Hey Michael, what you doing there?
I'm just painting this last bracket with alloy armor.
Hell yeah.
Alloy armor's for the people. You can buy it at alloyarmorpaint.com.
Is this thing ready to get pieced together?
Let's do it, brother. Alloy armor.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Just two dudes greasing up some pipe. So this thing, it's fucking tight. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's almost like a one-time assembly.
Okay.
It may get bad. Maybe we'll just...
Okay, hold on real quick. Right there?
Yep. Start fucking wiggling or sliding it down. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Damn, that worked out a lot better than I thought.
Oh yeah, that looks fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We polished the wheels, we polished the tanks. Polished wheels in the back, I'll polish the fenders.
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's a stack right there, dude. What is that, 8 inches?
Yeah, baby.
That's crazy.
Went from 5 to 8. Okay, we have a new plan of attack.
What's it?
I got to install this cigarette lighter.
Cool.
Because
you picked up smoking? You got to when you drive this thing, I think.
I think it's required by law. So I'm gonna get this installed. It already has a prong on it. Fuck yes, dude. Ooh, shit. So this goes down here. Boom, baby. Almost like it was meant to be. Look at that light, baby. And we have light. Bam, baby. Come say hi.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Do it again. No, don't do that. Okay, that was great. That's the easiest thing I've done all day. It took longer to find the plug than it did to do that. LEDs. Okay, so because we have a whole new set of LED lights, we're in light installation mode. I'm going to install the marker lights that's on top of the cab. We got 4 of these, and the boys are actually helping me out, and they are installing the rear marker lights as well as the rear tail lights. And then we'll get our front turn signals swapped out as well. Have all new LED lights on the truck. And Joby is putting the finishing touches on our brake controller. So that'll be good to go.
Hi, my name's Daniel. I have big holes in my ears.
Oh my god.
I'm 23 years old.
23? I'll take it.
I
feel like I'm 23.
23 years old. And today I am going to be changing the brake lights.
So with our lights finally installed, we headed home to get some much needed rest. The big rig finally feels like it's coming together, but it's missing a little shine. So I hired a professional polisher, my boy Jose, to get Bud's aluminum looking like chrome.
I tried to get a solid rip off. The thought is for us to do some pretty sick mural logo on the back of this. So I'm taking the sticker off, but it won't be like this forever. What should we do? Should we have like a sick, like lowrider style etching in this? Maybe we paint it, Joby and I, half naked on the truck looking like this. Let us know in the comments. To get the best polish we absolutely can on our wheels, I gotta pull the wheel off. So there's some like pitting in the aluminum, and to make that buff out so it looks as good as the front, he's gotta do some sanding.
So while Jose is doing his thing, I'm gonna work on cleaning up these old rusty fuel tank straps and get some new rubber installed on them.
All right, ready for some alloy armor. What?
Now, to be honest, the chrome job took a little bit longer than I expected, and we still haven't even got these fuel lines installed. And I'm starting to get a little worried because our first big rig trucker job is coming up fast.
Final day, we absolutely have to get this truck out today because our big rig job starts tomorrow. So we're kind of up against the gun, but we have some good news. Our fuel fittings are in. They seem like they're gonna work. Now with diesel trucks in particular, one of the headaches can be when you run out of fuel, when you change something on the fuel system, is you have to prime the lines to get all the air out of the system. So we have this compressor. This compressor is going to allow us to put some pressure, air pressure, into our tank. Here's our diesel tank. Here's this little fitting. This is for like, goes into like an intake of your car if you're trying to like do smoke detection to see if you have a leak. But for our case, it's gonna go down here and seal our tank. Then we're gonna take this air gun, put it in here, and put pressure in the tank, which is gonna force fuel down the lines, through the filter, all the way up into the point to where we're gonna connect them to the bulkhead at the engine side. So when this thing fires up, it'll fire up and be good to go. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. You know. A rig, truckers keep on rolling down the road. That's it. What is that? Now that we know it starts, I'm gonna finish up the rest of the, what do I want to call them? Pretty bits? All right, you want to see the underglow? Let's go, baby! Toot, toot, tooty, toot. All right, we made it to the job site. The truck looks absolutely spectacular. All chromed out, polished up. This thing looks sick, it rides sick, and most importantly, we have no leaks, so that is good, because we're about to do what we came here to do, and that's take our first big rig job. All right, lower it down, boys.
So what is our first job? Well, my cousin and childhood best friend Ludwig wants us to help modify his 1997 Subaru Sandbar. And to modify it, we need to take it to a shop in Arizona. So not only will we be modifying this car, but we'll also be transporting it. Transporting a very small truck in a very big truck. And we're gonna get that small truck into our big truck with an even bigger truck. More specifically, a crane truck.
This was way more fun before I signed my name.